We just spoke there to a woman who spoke so compellingly, so eloquently about her own experiences, why she, of course, is in favour of assisted dying. I want to speak now to the author, Paul Carroll, who was against the bill. Thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate your time. Can you just give us your reaction to your MPs voting in favour of the principle of assisted dying?
Yes, well, I don't think the result was too much of a surprise from actually hearing the debate and the forerunning lead up to the debate. I think the bill has been even acknowledged by many of its proponents is flimsy, deals with process rather than impacts, and they've almost been apologising for it not being as thorough and robust as it should have been, which perhaps is no surprise given it's a private member's bill. So the fact that this vote has gone through today, in a way, is an advantage because the debate does need to be heard, and it needs to be heard properly. I think we've been dealing, and we saw again in the debate today, we've been dealing with very, very emotional and anecdotal observations of this ruling, and I think that's a misleading way to look at the formulation of the law, which would have such an impact. Because if the law is restricted, and I don't believe these safeguards would actually stand the test of time, but if it is restricted to the terminally ill with 6 months to live, I think that the parameters would soon be widened to other people. Sorry.
Can I just ask you a bit about your own journey? You know, you speak very eloquently about your concerns about the safeguarding, but it just really did jump out to me that you were someone who applied to Dignitas yourself. Can you just talk me through your own journey?
Yeah, indeed. We went through a number of close family deaths, so we've experienced, varying stages of distress and need. And my partner and I signed up, but we weren't ill. So this is a bit like, you hear people say, oh, if I'm ever ill, take me to Switzerland or whatever. And I think that's about as deep as a lot of the debate has gone in the past. But when I started writing a novel where I decided we'd take the paths of 4 people in a UK where assisted death had been dying, that was the premise. We looked at I looked at the human stories, and the research I did around the world was rather alarming. Not least this question, not only of the slippery slope or the ski slope, as it's been called in some areas, because legislation could be challenged. And whatever the Parliament says at the moment, there's nothing to stop another Parliament in 10 or 20 years changing the rules. But this idea of coercion, it's not. Coercion suggests that somebody's in the corner forcing you to make that decision. But basically, it's a power of expectation.
It's an important point to make on coercion. It really is an important point. Thank you so much for coming on Sky News today to share your perspective. We appreciate it.